Joyce Woodworth. Welcome to the Spirit of Winona. I'm sure many of you have driven up to the cities during the holiday season to check out the Holiday Dazzle Parade as it passes through Nicollet Mall. There's something about seeing floats go by all covered with lights against the black of night at Christmas time that really puts you in the Christmas spirit. Well, for the past few years, Winona has seen its own holiday lighted parade. It may not be as spectacular as the one down Nicollet Mall, but it is still beautiful. Today we're going to find out how this parade came about and the true meaning behind it. At this time, I'd like to introduce my guests. I have Bev Kuiper and Cindy Westby here. Hi, girls.
Hi, Joyce.
Welcome to the Spirit of Winona.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having us.
Now, I know the two of you have a real true spirit at Christmas time because you're bringing us the Holiday Lighted Parade in Winona downtown. And I want to find out what is behind the story of the parade. How about if we start with you, Cindy, and you tell us whatever got you going on bringing on the lighted parade?
Okay. First of all, I love the holiday season. I love winter. Living in the Midwest, we can certainly appreciate the snow and the holiday season. A few years ago, I used to take my children up to Minneapolis to the Holiday Dazzle Parade, like you had mentioned. And like you said, it's just spectacular going with the night and all the colored lights and so forth. And growing up in Winona, we also had years ago the Winter Carnival Parade, which wasn't a lighted parade in the evening, but it was in the winter, very cold, and you had to get out and brave the cold. And us being Minnesotans, we could handle that pretty well. So with all that in mind, we decided to do something in Winona. And since we were going to do something, we thought, why not do it for a cause? That being, we chose as a group to do it for the American Cancer Society.
Excellent. Now, I know somehow your group has all been touched by cancer. And tell me, Bev, how many of there are you in the group that organized this parade? And tell me about how they have been touched by cancer.
Okay. There's 7 on our committee, and everyone but one has been affected by their mother having cancer. Some are survivors, some are gone. And we thought when we were talking the parade up, to decide what organization to give it to, we said, hey, we've all been touched by cancer. And so we all agreed and said, good idea. So that's how.
It's a great cause. Mm-hmm. Cindy, tell me how you personally have been touched by cancer.
My mother is a cancer survivor, and also my father-in-law is a cancer survivor. Both of them within the last 3 years. Jenny Gady, who is also one of our committee members, lost a niece, 10 years old, 2 years ago. Barb Cravagna and Tracy Benedict lost their mother 2 years ago to cancer. And then Linda Brokaw and Dar have also, their mother also has passed away from cancer.
How about you, Bev? Well, how have you been touched by cancer directly?
My mother lost her life with cancer 10 years ago.
Okay. So it sounds like you've picked a perfect cause for the parade. Now tell me exactly how you make the money from the parade.
After the parade, we don't charge for floats, but after the parade we have a reception at the American Legion, which is at the end of the parade route. And we have like cookie sale, which Bonnie Woodford is in charge of that, if you know her. And we also have a silent auction. We have food concessions, and we have crafts for kids. So while the adults are probably doing the silent auction, the children can be working with Aloha Davis and doing some kind of crafts. And last year they loved it. The kids didn't want to leave. So it was really fun.
Oh, excellent idea. Okay, tell me about some of your auction items, what you have for auction. Who do you get the auction donations from? And tell me about that.
All over.
We have gotten things in the Dells area. We have gotten things up in the Twin Cities, some of them being hotel getaways. We have got several local merchants that have donated, for instance, tanning coupons, Watkins products. Last year we actually had a chair from Arcadia Furniture, some sports memorabilia from Minnesota Twins, from Minnesota Vikings, just a huge variety. Also, we always do real well on the auction. Also, just to add to something that Bev said, as far as the units in the parade, what we do not charge, but we do a free will donation is what we do. So all the units, organizations, clubs, or whatever can give us whatever they wish. It's a free will donation. So.
Well, you should pass the hat around to the audience too. I think that'd be a great idea.
Right.
Well, let's talk about the parade now. I understand that. Well, let's start from the very beginning. What do you start with? What's the dazzling float that you start your parade with?
Okay, we start with our own float, is the first big float. On the float we have our members, and we're all dressed up in Halloween. Usually we get our costumes made.
It's a beautiful night for a parade. Beautiful.
Guys look great.
Hi, beautiful. Yes, beautiful parade, beautiful night. Yay.
To shop, rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit bring.
What we did is we asked Nancy Brown, who is a musician in Winona here. She has been a teacher for many years in the school district. So we asked her to actually be our singer in the parade, and she begins every year with the song, "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year."
With the kids jingle belling and everyone saying a PSG. It's the most happiest season of all.
About two of the little guys that are on
Yeah,
our
they're on our
float.
float, right.
Yeah,
Yep, they've been with us every year. Not only our parade, but we've also had them in Goodview Days.
How do you get the people to build floats for your parade, and who do you get to have a float in the parade?
First, how we recruit them is we kind of put like a public service announcement, and trying to get people and encouraging them to organizations to just put lights on and walk or whatever. You just have to be lighted up to be in the parade. The units that we have currently, probably from the original parade 3 years ago. We send them a reminder probably in beginning of October, and asking them if they'd like to participate again, and most are positive.
Yeah, the Goodview Days float. Yeah.
Our intent has always been to have it small but yet unique, a diversity of floats, and we really have. They have come through with that. There's just some, and every year it seems to be bigger as far as the lights. You know, the first year was like, okay, you know, but last year it's like, wow, this is just huge. You know, it was just beautiful. So every year they've added a few more lights, and it's just neat. Like I said, it's something that everybody should really come down and see and enjoy to appreciate it.
How did they keep the lights generated in the parade without electricity?
With a generator.
Oh, okay, so every float has their own generator.
Or they plug it into their truck, you know, or whatever, but most is generated.
You come Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. You come around when the chimes ring out, it's Christmas morning again.
I didn't know this.
You're going to be famous. Even more famous.
was a great parade. I love the floats.
How simple it can be is we have John Rybarczyk who puts lights on his fire truck. He owns a fire truck. And it is so neat. Every once in a while he'll give it the old whistle, you know, just to let everybody know that here comes a fire truck. You know, and so it's so neat. He's got thousands of lights on the fire truck. And he's got his red light going too, you know. It seems like everybody tries to outdo the year before. I know they've made the statement, well, next year we're having even more lights than we did this year.
What stands in your mind?
Oh, I've got to say for sure it's the Coca-Cola truck. I don't know if any of you have watched the Coca-Cola commercials where it's winter and the bells are going and the Coke truck turns the corner and there's Santa on drinking the Coca-Cola. Well, our local Coca-Cola bottling company has that in our parade, and I remember the first parade we had, I saw it turning around the corner, and I'm like, wow, this is just like in the commercial, you know. It was neat.
Yeah, what a neat tradition you're establishing for the kids in Winona.
A lot of our own children, our daughters, sons, whatever, the daughters are all dressed up in angels, some of them even wearing our wedding dresses and stuff, and so they wear the wedding dresses with angels' wings and all lit up and stuff. So it's kind of a family. We've kind of kept a lot of our family involved in it, which is kind of a neat thing, and it's just fun working together.
Okay, so now that you limit it only to 25, do you get more requests for floats in 25? Do you have to actually turn people away?
We have actually never turned anybody away. We do want to keep it limited to 25 just because, number one, the weather. Number two, we want to get people back to the Legion Club, as Bev had said earlier, where we have, you know, the food, the silent auction, and so forth, and a lot of things for the kids to do. We limit it to 25, but we'll ask people maybe to walk or dress up or do some other form of helping out with the parade in some way.
Okay, tell me about what kind of profits you hope to make from this.
Well, last year we sent the American Cancer Society $5,000.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
Compared to the first year we did it, we sent them $2,000. So we hope to increase it again this year.
Now, do most of the people that attend the parade, the audience, do they come down to the Legion afterwards as well?
Yes. In fact, last year we wanted to watch the end of the parade, and we had to wait in a really long line to get to the Legion, to get to our working spots, you know. And so we're going to have to change that this year so we can get there and be on guard, you know, at our working stations, you know, after the parade.
Okay, excellent. And what is the time for the parade, and what day is it?
It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving, November 27th at 5:30 p.m.
So you're always going to have it the Saturday after Thanksgiving, always at 5:30 p.m. Downtown, it runs from Main Street until
Franklin
on 3rd. Bev and Cindy's committee successfully raised over $5,000 from 2004's Holiday Lighted Parade, which they turned over to the American Cancer Society. Despite a cold, rainy evening, the parade delighted everyone who attended. Bev, tell me the joy that you get out of presenting this parade to Winona.
Oh, it's so much fun just meeting. We change off homes and we make our hors d'oeuvres and things like that, and we make it a fun meeting. And we do that about once a month and a little more often right before the parade. But we just have fun just being together and meeting.
Sure.
Doing the float.
Sure, that's what it's all about, isn't it? That comradeship you get with one another. And it's always the same group of girls. That, oh, excellent. What fun. And tell me, what excitement do you get out of presenting the parade?
Number one is doing it for the cause. And like we talked about earlier with our parents being so, you know, having the cancer and so forth, I think just being able to have the time and be healthy enough and be able to have the ability to organize, and with such a great group of people, just gives me a huge self-satisfaction. And being able to present that check to the American Cancer Society, things could not be any better. I mean, it's just a neat, and to be able to have fun. Number one, to have fun while you're doing it. I mean, how good is that?
Great. Well, I want to thank you both today for being my guests and for all the work that you do for the American Cancer Society, and also for dazzling the streets of Winona at Christmas time.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Joyce.
Sure. And thank you for joining me today. Please join me again next week. Till then, enjoy the Spirit of Winona.